folks. Hope everyone out there is doing good tonight. I say, folks, are you ready for some more investigating? I think I am. Let's do it.
Paradise Killer.
Boy, we found out a bunch of revelations last week, didn't we? Jesus Christ, these people are screwed up. Anyways, I vented a bunch of toxic gas out of the place over there. They still won't let me in because this fucking guard is still hanging around, so I guess I'll have to find a different way to get into this building now that it's been emptied out of guards, right? Let's see what we can do. How do I get up there again? Oh, there we are. Ah. There we are. Anything interesting up here? Let's find out. Something way over there, but I'm not going to go way over there. Oh, how about that? Let's see. I wonder if I can reach this so that... Oh, that's a little farther away than I thought it was. Probably best to go from over there. Alright, never mind. Time to go down this hatch. So hopefully there won't be guards here this time, so they won't notice me. Because they're not there. Oh yeah, alarm sounded, no guards. Excellent.
Select my computer.
Cosmos. Other goats. And the moons. Some moons. Look at them moons.
Unlocked.
We'll see to investigate. What do we got here?
Scene investigation.
Sorry, getting a drink. Prisoner transfer records. Some records about prisoner transfers that stand out. Akiko removed 2 prisoners that aren't accounted for a day before the murder. Why? Encrypted file. An encrypted file in a suspicious-looking folder that is outside of the main Marshall files. Starlight can crack the security on it. Alright, let's crack that security. Starlight got me into the Marshall servers.
Sorry.
If Akiko finds out, I'm not sure how long my head will stay on my shoulders.
Sure.
These are prisoner transfer records. As well as the desolation cell, there's a prison within these barracks for the non-demon-possessed prisoners. Looks like Akiko removed 2 prisoners 2 days ago. There's no record of them being brought back to the prison.
That's strange.
I wonder why Akiko would have removed prisoners. This file is encrypted and outside the normal folder structure.
Sorry.
It's a photo of a strangled woman.
I don't like this.
My job is a never-ending joy.
Oh.
The metadata says this came from a folder called Grace Bloodlines _ examination. I'll hang on to this. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Why can't y'all just be good? If you're good, I wouldn't need to be here. And all you that find me so irritating wouldn't have to deal with me. Everybody would win, but no, you gotta cause trouble. Ugh. Well, these sirens are just gonna go off the whole time I'm here, aren't they? Ugh. Armory and combat halls. My blood vial has been authorized for this door. I doubt a Kiko will allow that. Prisoner processing in cells. My blood vial has been authorized for that door. I doubt a Kiko will allow that. Master quarters, mess hall, and training hall. My blood vial has been authorized for this door. I doubt a Kiko will allow that. Definitely pray at the blood temple, though. New Knight carving obtained. A carving detailing the god New Knight. A humanoid with 2 dog heads. A warrior clad in gold armor carries a spear, sword, and shield based her forces in Romania. Alright. New Knight, the Holy Warrior, the Slaughterer of the Chained Star System.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
New Knight is an arrogant goddess that only deems soldiers worthy of her attention. The Syndicate got superstitious after any statues of her outside of martial grounds were destroyed by red lightning on the 5th island. Since then, there has only ever been 1 statue of her on each island. Henry says he remembers seeing New Knight last night. Did he come past the statue?
Sure.
If he did, it means he came through the barracks. This is the only one on the island. That means Henry took a different route to the council building.
What the hell?
Which route did he actually take? There's, I think, officially too much going on here. This door leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel to the desolation cell where Henry is incarcerated. It's coded only to Akiko's blood vial. The barracks are sealed unless you're a marshal. can come back with a blood vial of some variety. Ladder again. Oh, I thought maybe there's something interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna head back here so I can see what is in that safe in his room. This poor abandoned room. One advantage about being immortal, you can survive very long drops. Where's the best way to drop down from here? Not here. I don't want to fall in the water by accident. Ooh, oh. Hello, there's something up there. Hmm. Hey, Shinji.
You're in neck deep up to your eyes in crime. On a battlefield with psychos and criminals.
That's my job.
And you're cool with it?
The investigator is here.
You can't investigate if there aren't crimes.
So what you're saying is that you never want to wipe out crime because then you'll have nothing to do.
That's one way of looking at it.
It's the only way if you ask me.
Oh, Shinji, you rascal.
Recording obtained.
Oh, recording mode obtained. I'm going to find out what's going on. This isn't right. The island feels wrong. I'm going to blow this wide open. The syndicate, the syndicate, the syndicate. This island feels wrong. And I got a little trophy to go with it. So nice. Another thing here is these guards make this kind of big to-do about how dangerous it is that all this, stuff is escaping, but they don't really stop you from going back inside, which I find very, very funny. It's because they're not very good at their jobs, or just because they don't care what you personally do, I can't say. There we go, that's good. Nope. Oh, come on. Remember to put down the controller before you pick pick up something, kids. Saves you a lot of time. Henry said the code is SO394BF984537BS9. It unlocked. Proves that it pays to be nice to people sometimes. Let's see what a citizen like Henry would be hiding in a safe. The Grimoire Magida. Bit of light reading.
The investigator is here.
This book predates The Great Betrayal. It was written by a scholar of the esoteric Magida. She was famed for learning how to communicate with the gods and hold cosmic communes with them.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It should be in the restricted vault of the Syndicate's library. Yuri accessed the restricted area a decade ago. Did he take this? I guess this is the book Henry said he was given. This might prove that his possession was aided. Someone wanted the island to be invaded by demons, but why? And exclamation points. Oof. See if there's anything new in that secret room we found earlier. I don't think there would be, but let's check it out just to be sure.
Sure.
I'm not sure who's floating in that room, but I don't want to know. Ugh. Good times. You know, for me and pretty much no one else. Alright, let's see. Who can I talk to? Oh. Lydia's nearby. Let's go talk to her. Oh, what do you have to say for yourself?
You want to stay back.
Rude. Swear these guys, the rudest.
Media daybreak.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
It's good to eat on this island. Deep Factory nailed the meat this time, the synthetic meat that is. Notice how there's now livestock on the island? Deep Factory got expanded. All the meat is made from a culture or bugs. There are huge caverns full of bugs breeding in meat growing operations. Does it taste good? Yeah, real good. Yuri always claims it doesn't taste like the real thing, but he's just the type. He's the pickup I dread each time. The amount of bullshit that comes out of his mouth is out of control. Thinks he's a wine connoisseur. Dude, you live on a synthetic island where the grapes are grown underground in a lab. This isn't high-end stuff. He tried to tell Sammy all about whiskey one time. Sammy renounced violence, but I thought Yuri was about to get an ice pick in his eye. Sorry, LD didn't mean to go off. He drives me crazy. You vent all you want. He's new to me. I'll trust you on this. Ha, appreciate it. I'll drop you off at the beach again. Perfect. Aw. Friends. What are your tire tracks doing up on a cliff overlooking the obelisks?
Weird.
Why do you want to know, LD? They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisks? Nope. You know anything about a wireless remote access from the cliff where your tire tracks are? Why would I know about that, LD? Bunch of evidence is stacking up.
God damn it, LD.
Give me a bunch of coincidences and circumstantial evidence.
I don't like this.
Coincidences don't exist, and circumstantial evidence is often just missing an extra bit of context.
Can you prove it? Sure.
Well, why don't you come at me when you got that context instead of bullshit? Know anything about demons on the island? Nothing, LD. Didn't the marshals kill them all during the Henry incident? Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret. May your specter gaze upon a star, and may you reach the moon. Alright, let's see. Let's see what Crimson's doing. I like to imagine when I'm doing this that she's Naruto running. It's a funny image in my mind.
Ha.
Of course, anyone Naruto running is always a funny image. It's very distinct, yet silly looking. It's a great time. Got time for a chat, Crimson? Why is no one else blessed? Gods work in mysterious ways. Depends on who catches their eye. What do you think? What do you really want to talk about? You're not here to shoot the breeze about divine blessings. I can see it in your eyes. Can I ask you about Asaya? I was wondering when we get to the ex-husband topic, what do you want to know? What's he doing now? He's still responsible for the citizen management, the abduction, reconditioning, distribution. Is he happy? Sorry, this is a heartbreaker, but he's with Madame Complex now.
That's strange.
The garden tender? They're already saying she lost Gregory on the 18th island when he repaired the timelines. A couple lines later, she had a night out with a Sayat bar knife through the heart, and the rest is history. But is he happy? Are you asking if he still pines for you? Yes, my name doesn't represent all of me. It took him a few islands to get over you. Anger at what you did, and then deep longing. Buried himself in his work. He got through it. He's on the next island, one of Lydia's first pickups last night. Not a lot for the citizen manager to do once the slaughter is complete.
Sorry.
I'm glad he's not a suspect. Time to move on, lady. Understood. Aw. Lady, I have something to tell you.
Got it.
Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
Honey.
I told you about the key from KHX. I didn't tell you another part of the story. I've been worried about what's going on, but you need to know. I seduced KHX for my own interest, but someone else asked me to do it as well.
Nanny, the hell?
Who? Witness.
The investigator is here.
Why? He wanted the key. I don't know why, but he asked for it. He wanted it modified for remote access. A dongle could be placed in a control panel and then used to remotely access it. It needed the line of sight, though. That amount of data could easily drop packets if the signal were blocked.
Paradise feels...
Did you give it to him? Yes. Why? He promised to help me.
Sure.
With what?
You.
He said he had a plan for the next island that would allow me to keep my freedom and allow me to return to active service.
Got it.
Crimson.
What do you mean?
I know. I didn't expect it to be this. If this was him.
Paradise feels wrong.
This is the truth? Yes. I've got some work to do. Crimson, you got the inside track on demons on the island. You mean Shinji?
Sure.
Let's start with Shinji.
Don't be coy.
He's a little arsehole, but he's harmless.
That's weird.
You've met him? Why isn't he been captured? He's weak. He has to choose when and where to physically manifest himself, so he avoided capture. You've not reported him? He's helped me with a few things. He's seen things I haven't. The island's going to end. He's too weak to do anything, so what's the harm? Could he have killed the council? No way. He has limits. He can barely hold physical objects. His weakened astral body conflicts with our reality. What about the other demons? On the island? I assume the marshals got them all after the Henry incident. So you're not aware of any other demons on the island that might have gotten into the council penthouse last night and redecorated it a nice shade of viscera? What do you know about secret demonology labs? You mean the one in the dead zone coded a witness in Carmelina's blood vials? Good work, lady. I've been in it, but I don't know how it was kept secret. I think it was an old panic room Carmelina designed into the island. I've never been in there, but I realized Witness was up to something a while back. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? You managed to keep it a secret from everyone else, but I have ways of finding things out. Why did he start down this dark path? Witness wants to understand why paradise fails. The fail point is demonic corruption. It rots the islands and causes the end of a paradise. I need to find out more. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I am hoping that your ass will not in fact be grass. But if it must, I hope it is mild and goes quickly, and I hope you'll be holding up okay. You got my sympathies, my man. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal?
Good work.
I know that it will cost you.
I have my way.
Nice doing business with you. Well, that's good. You two stay strong, okay? I hope the best for both of you. Stay strong, man. It's a blood block. How do you know that?
Don't be coy.
I have my ways. Someone let it slip. Rock on, man.
Sure.
Who? Ice Kiwami. What made him tell you? That will always be my secret.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Who else knows? Who can say? May the gods carry him through the cosmos, but he was easy to manipulate. He had a weakness for women and easily gave in to cosmic fear. Who knows who talks to who on this island? Who knows what secret meetings happen in quiet rooms? Who knows what gets said when someone has the fear of the gods put into them?
Got it.
Well, that narrows it down. Do you know anything about how the council entered the penthouse?
Secrets breed mysteries.
If I knew the secrets of the seals, we wouldn't be doing this dance. I don't mean the seals. I mean, how do they go in and out frequently? Are they in every day? The penthouse is reserved for special business. It takes a lot to get the council in there. Big building that'd be hardly ever used. Montserrat loves his concrete. He wants something large and imposing, something to reach the heavens without the audacity of Babylon. Why not build it into the mountain if he wants to reach the heavens?
Did.
The mountain is reserved for holy grounds. The temple is carved into it. You don't argue with the high priestess. Anyway, Montserrat decided the council would only enter the penthouse together. His paranoia was growing unabated. Did you know he always carried a gun? The old Montserrat would never do that. So it would be weird if I had evidence of a council member entering by themselves 2 days before the murder.
Weird.
If a council member did that, they'd be going directly against our leader. Risky move. None of us are privy to everything that happens to the council, so I can't say for sure. I haven't heard anything about council members disobeying him, though. If that's the evidence you got, something is definitely suspicious. Got any product that relates to Henry's father? Digging into the past, lady. Is there truth in the mists of time? An investigator investigates. The third holy seal is a blood lock that requires council blood. I need to know where Henry got that blood from. Henry's father is an odd one, isn't it? The syndicate control this island. The citizens monitor like cattle. This slipped through, though.
That's strange.
I'm trying to find out the answer myself. I don't like unknowns.
Thank you.
I haven't got much, but I do have something to sell. Nice doing business with you. I've got records of some private financial transactions between Rena Division and Eyes Kiwami.
The investigator is here.
What kind of transactions? Eyes was giving her money. Henry was born 27 years ago, right? These transactions date back to 27 years and 5 months ago. And I thought you were an investigator. Why would a powerful council member be giving personal money in a secretive transaction to a female citizen 5 months before her only child was born?
That's weird.
Oh. Who could modify birth records on the island? What kind of modification? Redactions. Scrub the identifiers. Doom Jazz is the only one that fills in and signs off on the birth records. If it was done at the time, it would have been him.
Who knows?
Have you got redacted records?
Glad to be back.
Jealous?
Thank you.
Curious how you have them and I don't. I poked around in an apartment.
Weird.
Don't be coy. If you want my help, tell me more. Ice Kiwami. Well, there's the link. Him and Doom Jazz are tighter than tight. If Ice put his dick where it shouldn't have been and needed to hide it, Doom Jazz could have helped.
The investigator is here.
Is there any way I can prove who tampered with the records? Not likely. Why did Ice take his own life? I see your train of thought. We don't know. He jumped from the roof of the HQ. Foul play? No, there were witnesses.
Got it.
Surely you have some suspicions. I think he made some mistakes and realized how much trouble he was going to be in. I think he had let too many secrets slip and been in too many people. There are only so many indiscretions you can hide. And if you want some free advice, don't talk to Doom Jazz about this. He owed Ice his life, and he won't appreciate you prying.
Don't test me.
I have a job to do. I know. It's just advice. I got all the Starlight upgrades, yep. May your journey be endless. May you reach the moon. I'll go back to that freaky island. There we go. Running around at a reasonable speed. Good bubble tea today. Ominous whooshing. Oh, it's even worse at night. Great. Sector Henry first, poor bastard.
Henry Division.
Let's talk, Henry.
What fucking ever.
Let's wrap. What the fuck is up with the slaughter ritual? Citizens don't get to go to the next island, so a ritual takes place where the citizens are sacrificed to the gods. The temple becomes awash with blood, and the psychic energy of the deaths is directed to the gods by the high priestess.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't you think that's really fucked up? It's the worst part of this whole thing. Perfect 25 should end it. No more dead islands.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's very rude of you to say that, Andrew. He is a citizen. He is basically human cattle. He's not treated well. He does look... That's a pretty bad outfit, though. Look at that jumpsuit. But a big fucking load of kidnapped citizens, though, right? Sounds real perfect.
Whatever you fucking say.
You might recognize this actor, actually. This plays the, handsome, kickboxy, fuckboy dude in, Gleipnir. From the, like, the little group they join up with, halfway through the show. He's this guy. Did you go through the barracks last night? Why are you asking? Oh, I don't remember his name. He looks like he's sort of a pretty boy in a suit. Yeah, that guy. Kieran. Yeah, it's Kieran Fitton. He plays Henry here. Poor sad sack. Why are you asking? The only statue of New Knight is in the barracks. Well, I guess I did then. Good investigating. You nailed it.
Whatever you fucking say.
Any fucking idea how that happened? What everyone is saying about you did last night might be wrong. Some excitement. Finally. Ah, good for him. Get that Texas money. I found a forbidden tome about demonology in your apartment. What are you doing with it?
Not a fucking thing.
Are you fucking real? Is this one big fucking joke? What the fuck do you think I was doing with it? Propping up a table? I was doing some fucking demon fuckingology.
Oh.
Oh, good for him. Who gave it to you? A stranger who went through this already. It's always nice when voice actors you like go and move on up in the world. Oh, excuse me.
Don't test me.
Is this where your memory fails you? Don't get cute. Hey, did you go through the bloodlock in the council building? What does the one in the armor say? The Kiko? That you killed the council, so you went through all the holy seals. There you go then. No memory?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I found your blood on the lock. That puts you at the scene.
I'm shocked. Stunned.
Then why are you asking me? Do you know anything about your father? What do you think? He wasn't around when I was born. Did your mother know him?
I spent my entire life adrift.
I think so. She never talked about him. I think she loved him. She was scared of talking about him. Find my father. Henry, do you know the name Ais Kiwami? Never heard of him. Is he my dad? Looks like it. Is he a good man?
Sorry.
He took his own life a few years ago. I'm sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fucking perfect.
The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
At least he doesn't know what his son did. Allegedly did.
I'm shocked.
What fucking...
Stunned.
What fucking ever. And do you know anything about demons on the island? Besides me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Or Henry.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Oh boy.
I'm glad to be back.
Got a minute, Akiko?
The hut.
You're going to die. Humor me.
Sure.
Why do you hate me so much, Akiko? I thought you were the investigation freak. It's not that hard to figure out. What's your problem? Is this a soldier versus civvy thing?
Check.
Case file completed. You've solved the mystery. Why does it have to be like this? Way of the world. We exist in different planes. We see different things. I work so that you may sleep at night. You trot about without a care in the world. Service requires no thanks.
The hut.
What a good lapdog you are. You're done here. Goodbye, Nenorochito. What happened with the prisoners you removed from the barracks prison? It's classified, Nenorochito.
Is this a fact or a truth?
I disagree. Why were they removed? Investigator, they are being processed before the slaughter ritual. We don't just open the prison gates and let them wander over to the temple.
Got it.
Why were they removed before the slaughter ritual? What happened to them? They were processed, then returned to their cells. Logs don't show them being returned. You don't have access to the full martial network, so you can't prove that. You also don't get to question how I run my army. Know anything about demons on the island? We exterminated them, Nenorochito. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? I know this Labugaya went through it and killed the council. May your night be bright, and may you reach the moon. Ugh. wonderful saxophone. Can talk to him about something. Let's go find out what.
Witness to the end.
Want to chat, witness? I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations. What else do you remember of the great betrayal?
Still bathed in the glory of the gods.
I understood what salvation is. I was married to another inhabitant of the palace, a wonderful woman, but she chose heresy over the gods. I do not blame her. It was a troubling time. The whole world changed. Temptation of a new life drove us apart. I refused to abandon our heavenly masters. She chased me throughout the Chaos Palace, determined to take my life.
Gods are watching us.
Ezquiel saved me. He found a way out as the palace was attacked, and we were free. We had no idea what daylight or time was, but we knew we had to find the remaining believers. We wandered the desert for many days, and we met a small caravan of worshippers. We went with them and found the start of the Syndicate. We became obsessed with growing the Syndicate. And now you work only for the gods? The Syndicate's work is holy work. Without the Syndicate, the gods will never rise again.
Surely this is a joke.
There is a balance, however. Ezquiel saved me, and now I must save the Syndicate.
What
Save? How are you going to save it? Too many of us have forgot to adhere to the ways Silent Goat taught us. When was the last time you did a full prayer routine?
Gods are watching us.
I will evangelize these values on the new island and bring us back into the light. In order for that to happen, you need to do your job, Lady Love Dies. Let us not do social calls until the next
Sure.
island. Understood. Maybe I'll see you on the next island.
What?
Maybe. The truth I find about the murder may involve you, witness.
The end times are long.
A devoted servant like myself has nothing to fear. Oh, I got a... Got a little badge. I think I... Maybe, oh, we maxed out at our level. That's nice.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Why did you want Crimson to get the key to the second seal?
What?
I didn't. You're lying. I have testimony that you not only asked her to get the key, but that she gave you the key as well. That simply isn't true. I have almost nothing to do with Miss Acid. She's lying to you, Lady Loved Eyes. You are being played. Have you got the key?
What?
I didn't even know the second seal required a key. I don't have it. You're lying. I am not Lady Loved Eyes. Miss Acid is tricking you. She is turning us against each other. Why? It's your job to find out. You asked Crimson to get the key to the second holy seal from KHX.
What?
No,
I have a bad feeling about this.
Witness, I'm losing my
The
patience.
facts and the truth are not the same.
By asking her to do that, and by her account taking a copy from her, you're the prime suspect for who went through it.
Of course not.
I did nothing of the sort.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You're denying all of it, or just going through the seal?
This island is full of sinners.
All of it? I had nothing to do with Miss Acid's preposterous story or the second seal.
Don't test me.
No desire to cooperate at all. I can't cooperate with a fabrication. May you fly with destroyed Eden.
Gods are displeased.
And may you reach the moon. Yuri's around here. Let's go talk to him. Old jackass. Yeah, with his complete absence of shirt.
Yuri Knight.
Got time to chat, Yuri? What is it? You look like the kind of person that likes wine. I do. A refined drink. I'm able to enjoy expensive wine, better wine. You're fortunate. It helps that I have access to older wines, always a sign of quality. A nicely aged wine is luxury. I'm glad you agree.
Business is it of yours?
Not everyone can appreciate wine. It isn't something for novices or the lower classes. You're knowledgeable. Yes. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. Were you outside the council penthouse last night, Yuri?
Nonsense.
Of course I wasn't, freak. I found pink petals, which I suspect are from your hat, outside the penthouse. I doubt that. So, for the record, this is a complete denial.
Yes.
Yes, freak, it is. It won't stand up in court anyway. We'll see. Do you know why a book that you took from the library was in Henry's safe? Nothing to do with me.
Crime is repulsive.
Henry says a stranger passed him a forbidden book and told him to keep it a secret. That book is one you accessed.
Don't be naive, freak.
Not sure you can prove that, freak. If I remember correctly, the library vaults only record entry and exit, not what was read or taken. You just happen to know that. No, freak, I don't just happen to know that. I use the vault to acquire books from the architect. I know how the system works because I use it often. Did you access the library vault and give forbidden books on demonology to Henry? No.
Is this a fact?
You're the only one of the You're the only one of the suspects who accessed that vault.
Don't make me laugh.
That doesn't mean the book came from me. Ooh. Ooh. Know anything about demons on the island? The marshals killed them all.
Got nothing on me.
They should have killed Henry while they were at it. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Of course not. They're a mystery. Stop wasting time. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. These are fun. Put your arms sticking out of a pond.
Sure.
Got a sec, Dak? Can you feel it in the air? You've been spraying pheromones again?
The island is about to end.
This may be the last time we talk before you and Judge determine who's guilty. You better not waste any more time then.
Why?
Lady Love.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Stop talking. It's been wonderful to see you again. Don't. You're never any good at the conversation afterwards.
Indeed.
Take this, but save it until you're off duty. Flamboyant wine obtained. Maybe I'll see you on the next island. I hope so.
I like Uptari.
Flamboyant wine. Dead Nebula's freedom letter, rich and full-bodied, good mouthfeel, lingers on the tongue. Yes, if you increase a couple of your relation steps high enough, you just get to go. You get to go bone with them. This game's great. What do you know about a photo taken of Grace's throat during her examination? I took photos, but they were confiscated by Kiko, classified or whatever. I found one on the Marshal's server. Can I get your opinion on it? The bruising on the throat looks odd.
How?
It's because the fingers that did it aren't uniform. In normal strangulation bruising, you can see areas of pressure from the fingertips and the knuckles.
Theoretically,
The pressure on these is misaligned. This is normally because the attacker is wearing jewelry. Specifically, in this case, a ring on their wedding finger.
Sure.
What about power armor? No, the gauntlets on the Marshal's power armor are gloves with armored plates on the top of the hands. Who wears a wedding ring? Or wore a wedding ring? This is 10 years ago. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. There's anything in here? May as well check.
Investigation.
halt! What do you want, freak?
I have to go through this every time. Just take me to see Carmelina.
Architect Carmelina Silence.
Can I ask you something, Architect?
Really what you want.
What is the point of all these questions, Investigator? I'm just trying to get to know you, Architect. The Syndicate has changed in my time away.
It is cowardly to insinuate, investigator.
How does getting to know me relate to the case? All it seems you're doing is delaying you from executing Henry. What do you do as the Architect?
Craft is its own reward.
I craft and enable dreams. Each island needs to be thoroughly designed. I plan every square inch. It takes centuries. The islands are given form by Council's psychic will. I transmute that psychic will into physical form. You followed in your parents' footsteps. My mother and father had a unique gift, one that they taught me. The gift was part of the Silent Goat's blessing when the Syndicate was formed. We need somewhere to live outside of the real world. How do you transmute the Council's will? I've never been able to describe it. It is just a feeling. When they meditate and envisage the island, I am able to open psychic pathways to a new reality and let the island take shape. The Syndicate would be lost without
We
you.
have achieved perfection.
I live to serve.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Investigator, can we discuss something of a delicate nature? Do you have something you want to tell me? Something concerns me about Witness. Some of us become more complicated as our lives go on. Others do not. I can see it behind his mask. He's changed since I've been gone. Witness has become gripped with religious hysteria. He believes that we have strayed too far from the path. Montserrat wanted to protect the new island with a tighter grip on the Syndicate. In Witness's eyes, our leader was not placing enough importance on resurrecting the gods. Montserrat was furthering the Syndicate, not our holy mission.
I don't like this.
Then does that make him a sinner?
What?
Don't be short-sighted. The Syndicate are hampered by demonic invasions and the deaths of our homes. Montserrat was playing a longer game. Build a perfect island, rule it perfectly, then focus on the gods. Our divided attention was getting us nowhere. Witness had grown infuriated with Montserrat. They were like baying dogs in Syndicate meetings. Witness voted against every one of Montserrat's proposals.
Got it.
Is there anything else? When a man becomes complicated, he often withdraws. Witness is no different. He needed time with his thoughts. His sanctuary was his apartment. It became rare to see him. I've wondered what he does up
The
there.
investigator is here.
Is his privacy more than usual? You would almost never see him. He would only leave his apartment to attend Syndicate meetings, and only then was to scream religious proclamations at us. That was one of the reasons I went to see him last night. I was worried. I need to know he was fine at the final end of an island. Thank you for your candor, Architect. What can you tell me about your self-imposed isolation 25 years ago?
Do your job.
I have no idea why something I did 25 years ago is any of your concern.
Strange.
What were you doing? You said it was for a project, but no one has ever seen what came of it. What I choose to do is nothing you need to concern yourself with. What if I said that there were secret trans-dimensional corridors crisscrossing the island?
Craft is its own reward.
I'd say that you spent too long in the scorching sun, so you don't know anything about them. I have no idea what you're talking about. To be clear, you are denying crafting secret corridors and hiding a killer within them. Of course I am. That's totally unbelievable. I think you need a rest, investigator. Crime doesn't rest, so nor do I. Let's see, explain this away in the trials. Explain what? A total fantasy? We'll see. Yuri claims that the reality folding drive caused a comms blackout last night. Is that something that can happen with the reality folding
I
drive?
have no idea what you're talking about.
Why are you asking me? The drive is operated by Masahiro Heavy Industries, but none of their representatives are left on Paradise. You're the architects, so I thought you might know something. I can't help you with the specifics, but there have been instances of the drive causing blackouts at the end of an island. Did you experience it last night? No, they are localized though, so that it isn't to say that it didn't happen. The drive performs a burst to power each island, throws a lot of radiation and particles out into the air. If Yuri was in a patch of radiation, it would have caused a blackout temporarily.
That's it.
Do you think it is convenient that it happened around the time of the murder?
How dare you?
Do you? That's what I'm trying to work out. Yuri is a loyal member of the Syndicate. You do well to focus on the real suspect instead. Tell me about the message you sent to Akiko telling her to leave Grace alone with Henry.
I beg your pardon?
I have no idea what message you're talking about, investigator. I have a copy of it here.
Dare you?
I'm sure that is a fabrication. I have no authority over Akiko. I can't order her to do anything, much as break procedure with something so dangerous.
The investigator is here.
Then why'd she step out of the room and leave them unattended? I have no idea. You have to ask the Grand Marshal. Architect, when did your marriage with Witness end?
What?
Why are you asking? Working on something. I assume you'll cooperate? About 9 years ago?
That's it.
And you wore a wedding ring? Of course. What is this about? Thank you for your help. Know anything about demons on the island?
Believe what you want.
Besides the one that resides in the killer? Nothing has been proven yet. He's still an alleged killer. Quite. The marshals did an exemplary job of wiping the demons out. It was not enough to stop the corruption, though. Are you telling me about the secret panic room experiment?
Beg your pardon?
Where did you hear that? People talk. I abandoned that a long time ago. It was designed to be a bunker of sorts. My plan was to dot them around the islands in case of attack, so the members could hide in them. I've been in your bunker.
Sure.
I'm the code only to witnesses, blood
I
vial.
beg your pardon?
Embarrassing to say, but it was a lover's retreat. I disliked the design as a bunker and dropped my plan for them. It sat
We
unused.
have achieved perfection.
Spending time there with Witness felt illicit, exciting, but things didn't work out. I haven't been in there in years, so I saw in the logs I pulled from
I
it.
don't like this.
So you definitely weren't experimenting on a killer demon in there. Absolutely not. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? It is a secret investigator, built without my knowledge. May the silent goat walk with you, and may you reach the moon. Conspiracy crafted from the fabric of the island. Did Carmeline's hidden killer commit the crime to end all crimes? Should go talk to Sam. Talk to him in a bit. No worries, LD. Let's go.
Sam Daybreak.
Fancy a drink?
What is it this time, Sam? Special one would be appropriate, don't you think? I saved your glass. My
My
glass.
unique blend.
You remember, don't you? A glass perfect for a carved ice ball, right? Worn glass obtained. You really do remember your guest, Sam. I must try, mustn't I?
Fancy a drink?
I have my own blend, Night Alone, a deep whiskey with complex flavors. The spice mixes with the orange and a hint of honeysuckle.
Fancy a drink.
It's meant to be savored without being diluted. I hand carve the ice for each glass. Your glass has the perfect shape. Another part of your craft? Everything you do is part of your craft, isn't it? I've been wearing down my knife over millennia. I sharpen it every morning so that I may carve ice into sparkling diamonds. A knife perfect for killing?
What?
Ah, you haven't learned much about me, have you, investigator? Every tool has a place in use. This knife was born for ice, not death.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
What's the most important ingredient in your blends? It's hard to say in a lot of craft, isn't it? Everything has a place in use, doesn't it? If you push me for an answer, it is my love for Lydia. You can relate, can't you? She is my partner in life, and my respect for her gives me something to live up to. I miss having that. Do you want to have a lover, LD?
Sorry.
A lover and a partner. I miss Isaiah. The journey to perfection is a hard one. Loved ones are essential. We have similar outlooks, don't we? It is always a pleasure, LD. I'll be back.
Relic obtained.
Worn glass. The glass Loved Eyes always used at Sam's bar before her exile. Sam saved it between each island. Lydia told me about you guys wanting to lead the syndicate.
Don't take reality.
She told you that? Can't break the bond of friendship, can you? Anything you want to tell me? We're old friends, Sammy.
Don't think reality.
Can you tell we're ready to move on? There's more world out there, isn't there? More to see and more to learn. You need more whiskey ingredients. You're right, LD.
Don't test me.
How come you lied to me
I
earlier?
am under suspicion, Aldi.
It paints us in a bad light. We're not council killers. We just want to explore the world. You understand, right? This doesn't look good, Sam. What were you doing in Doom Jazz's clinic, Sam?
What?
What do you mean, investigator? Doom Jazz told me he'd seen you sneaking around his clinic.
Are you accusing me?
We must all deliberate with words, mustn't we?
My unique
The wrong word choice can darken truth and cast a false light on conspiracy, can't it? I have a prescription I need to get from the doctor. Prescription?
Fancy a drink?
After Lydia killed me on the battlefield, my body refused to die. I lived on in this form. I think it suits me, don't you? Unfortunately, it's become quite debilitating. A few sequences ago, I began to require regular blood infusion. Where do you get the blood? It's all ethically sourced from Doom Jazz and approved by the council. Every citizen lets blood as part of their worship, and some of that comes my way. Helping the syndicate is helping the gods, right? Please check with Doom Jazz. He'll corroborate my story. So if you and Lydia want to get out of the syndicate, what's the plan for sourcing blood? There are a lot of blood banks out there, LD. I'm not going to start killing, am I?
The investigator is here.
You didn't happen to break into a secure container and take a vial of council blood, did you? That's not something I would do, is it? Why would I need to do that? It would be if you were trying to breach the Holy Seals. Are you accusing me, LD? We'll see.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Know anything about an unauthorized distillery in the Dead Zone?
Don't think reality.
Ah. The Dead Zone has an aura. The structure of the island is corrupted there. It gives you whiskey a unique taste. Surely the whiskey is tainted as well. It's quad filtered. The flavor's there, but the taint is removed. It's clean. You should try some. And I know it's illegal, but how many times do you get to have a whiskey blended in demonic hot zone? I need to know. You understand, right? I found a chiller containing a blood vial at your little distillery.
You believe Aldi.
What? What chiller? Don't test me.
Got it.
Why is the label scratched off? It's not my business, is it? That vial came from Doom Jazz, didn't it? The doctor? It's for my prescription. The blood vial in your chiller has a letter K on the label where the first name should be.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Kafka Memory's blood sample is missing from Doom Jazz's clinic, and you were seen snooping in there.
Is this a joke, Aldi?
Is there an accusation anywhere in there, LD? Do you know what the Holy Seals are? They're a secret, aren't they? How would I know?
Sure.
One is a bloodlock. Several days ago, that bloodlock was opened by Kafka Memory. I'm sure a council member has business in the council building, didn't they? Montserrat decided the council should only ever enter the penthouse as a group.
Paradise feels wrong.
I think you used that blood sample to gain access to the penthouse.
What do you believe, Aldi?
Why would I do that? Are you denying it? Of course I am. I didn't know what the truth third seal was until just now, did I? I never said it was the third seal. You did, didn't you? Nope, I was careful not to. Thanks, Sammy. Know anything about killer demons on the island? There shouldn't be any demons on the island, should there? May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Oh, it's raining. Alright, let's see.
Those crystals obtained. Crimson Undead.
Got time for a chat, Crimson? You still read much, lady? Not a lot to read in the Eye of the Lands. Let me give you this. One of the citizens we brought onto the island was carrying a few volumes of it. It's my new favorite. Enrapturing manga. Negoshi's helicopter. A humble designer dreams about flying a helicopter through the city. Looks good. Does he achieve his goal? You need to read it to find out. What did you miss most in Exile? A good whiskey. Hard to forget the taste of Sam's drinks. Hard to say goodbye to Sam's blends, right? Sure would have helped take the edge off 3 million days up there. A lot of good times on the old islands. Immortality was a fun thing to experiment with. Endless possibilities. People started settling down, though. It didn't end because you got exiled. Is this about me getting married? Partly. All the Syndicate got boring in one way or another. Montserrat started cracking the whip about building better islands. Akiko got a stick up her ass. Doom Jazz only knows so many tricks. I'm glad you got married and found happiness, but you left me behind.
Sorry.
I didn't realize. Thought we were just fooling around. We were. I enjoyed it, but I wanted it to last longer. It's been an eon, but we can pick up where we left off. It's only once before this island ends. Don't be a tease, lady. I'm not teasing.
Good work.
Just a one-time thing, right? I'm solving the mass murder of the council after being in exile. Not in a place to make long-term life decisions. Works for me. I missed you, Crimson. I missed you too, lady. Remember, this was a one-time thing. We keep it business now. We'll see what happens on the next island. Aww.
Relic obtain.
An enrapturing manga. Crimson's favorite manga, Negoshi's Helicopter. It's the story of a mild-mannered designer that dreamed of flying a helicopter through the city. May your journey be endless, and may you reach the moon. When you're solving crimes, be sure to get lucky twice in one day. Ooh, excuse me. So many hiccups today.
Immediate daybreak.
Let's hang out.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Think you could ever go back to the old life? You mean being an assassin? You're asking because of the case? This is all off the record, just chatting. I told you that part of my life is over. Got no taste for it. Do you miss it? I miss the abstract. Ignoring the actual murder part, having a skill to get good at was good. Gave me a purpose. These hands aren't for killing now. Got a long time to think on these islands. It's not worth it. What isn't worth it? Ending lives? What's the point? A life is too important to end early. My line of work was just facilitating another person's ambition. You should be working for yourself, not someone else. What about working for the Syndicate? That's different. We're part of something here, a higher calling. We worship our gods and work for their glory. Not the same as a few coins for a slit throat. What about you? Happy to be working again? I'm in the investigation, freak. The old nickname. Something to live up to. I'll drop you back at the beach again. This time I brought you something. Aw, contemplative painting obtained. Is this one of your paintings? Yeah, from one of the beaches. This is amazing. Thanks, Lydia. Something to remember you return to paradise by. If I get an apartment on the next island, this will get pride of place. Appreciate it, LD. Listen, I've enjoyed our drives, but you need to get this thing solved so there's a next island. Get at me if you got a question about the case, yeah? Will do. Thanks again, Lydia. Philosophy of Driver.
Obtain.
Let me see. Oh, getting there. Got a lot of achievements. There we go. Check on those later. Contemplative painting obtained. A painting by Lydia. It captures the beauty of the island's coast. Oh, that's nice of her. May your specter gaze upon a star. May you reach the moon. Slowly but surely I'll max out all of these social links. Let's talk, Henry.
Another fucking thing.
This is helping. These little chats helping you work out who did it. I'm getting a picture of the island. I understand the crucible of crime better. Like what you see. The island can't continue like this. How are you going to fix
Got
it?
it.
That's a job for the next island. I need to find the truth first.
What?
You promise you're going to do something? I'll do what I can, so it is a slow ship to turn. I hope you'll stick to that.
Whatever you fucking say.
Whatever. Poor Henry.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
I'm glad to be back.
Got a minute, Akiko?
Nenorachito, you're out of your mind.
You're going to die. Humor me. Do you still collect war relics?
What do you mean?
Why do you care? Friendship, Akiko. We've been through this. Fine. Yes.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Okay, good. What's the centerpiece of your collection? Centerpiece? The most important part.
Soldiers of honor.
They're all important, Prost. The relics are created through the actions of soldiers giving their lives in combat. How can one be more important than the other? It's a good way of thinking about it.
I'm a soldier.
I know.
Wish Prost.
Take this. It's a shell from a demon I killed in Romania before the Syndicate. Oh. Thank you, Akiko. I appreciate it. Good, now that we played this friendship thing out, we're done, right?
That's weird.
Done?
Wish Bebune.
Yes, we became friends. You got what you wanted. You can leave me alone now.
Sorry.
If that's what you want, Akiko.
Și asta ce înseamnă?
This took longer than I was hoping. Goodbye, Nedrochito.
Relic obtained.
Chivalrous War Relic, a petrified shell from a demon that Akiko killed during her campaign against Damned Harmony. I know, spoil it by asking her awkward questions. Why did you confiscate the photo of Grace Bloodline's neck from Doom Jazz after the examination?
Târfă!
She was murdered by someone possessed by a demon. Anything related to demonic possession is classified. Is that standard procedure or just for evidence that doesn't tie into the official story?
Rahat.
Standard procedure. You think you're really smart and clever with your snide insinuations, but you're not. You're wrong. May your nights be bright, and may you reach the moon. There's a little shot of this shoreline. It's nice. No worries, LD. Let's go. Attention, Lady Love Die's connection to Ion established. Progress saving enabled. That's good. I don't know if I maxed out my relationship with Witness yet, but we'll find out in a moment.
Witness to the end.
Yes, we did. Alright. I understand you've been becoming more secretive, maybe a bit paranoid. Who told you that?
Crime cannot hide.
You hiding something from me?
Surely this is a joke.
Others get jealous when you have a purpose in life. My holy work doesn't concern those who are straying. My personal business is my own. Secrets are dangerous, Witness. They can take physical forms before you realize. You don't need to lecture me, Investigator. No. May you fly with destroyed Eden.
The gods work in esoteric ways.
May you reach the moon. I'm gonna race a few more times, aren't I? Oh, between her and Sam, I shouldn't be too much.
Yuri Knight.
Got time to chat,
You
Yuri?
don't know me.
Can we make this the last time, freak? Have you ever been in love, Yuri?
Don't be snide with me.
Love doesn't offer anything. Love constrains ambition. It blinds you to your goal. Love can make you understand more about yourself and others.
Worthless.
I understand myself and others just fine. Some of us are rulers, and the rest are meant to be ruled. The world is very simple, freak. You people confuse yourselves with love and affection. It dulls your senses and stops you from achieving excellence.
I have a bad feeling about this.
If you open your heart, you open your mind. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. Let's go question Dune Jazz, and I'll do some more, excuse me. Changeable is a scholar of different galactic races and connoisseur of fine food and wine. She remains imprisoned in the real world in a hidden pyramid deep within the caverns of the Sahara.
Don't hesitate, Jazz.
Do you give Sam blood? Yes, I do. He has a rare condition. You might have noticed he has no flesh, and his skeleton is bright red. The council approved letting him have citizen blood that is led in the temple. He developed this condition a few sequences ago. I suspect his body is starting to give out. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. I go back to the farm, I guess.
Halt! What do you want, fruit?
I have a bad feeling about
Let me
this.
talk to the lady. Come on, buddy.
Architect Comedy and Violence.
Can I ask you something, Architect? What is it? How can you be sure that the next island will be perfect? There are no certainties in architecture and design. Both are nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the designs of the next island will be perfect.
Sure.
Why are people calling it Perfect 25? The mind always looks for reassurances, something concrete to hold on to. The world's chaotic, and people crave respite.
Craft is its own reward.
We believe we have solved the problem of demonic corruption. The Syndicate seized upon this as a sign of success, a sign of perfection. Do you think it'll be
We have
perfect?
achieved perfection.
As close as we've come to it. The Syndicate has so many problems to solve with the islands. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. We cannot do our holy work while our home rots around
The
us.
investigator is here.
Can the Syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails? It won't fail. Hypothetically.
Your job.
Concentrate on your investigation. Let me worry about perfection.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Investigator, can we discuss something of a delicate nature? Something you want from me? Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? I wasn't truthful. Witness used that bunker for an illegal study of demons. He wanted to find out all he could for the sake of the island. Ever since the beginning of the Syndicate, there has been zero tolerance on demons. The misknowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and experimented on it. I haven't set foot in there for years, since before he started.
Strange.
Where did he get a killer demon? He trapped one. I don't know how. I kept a secret. He still means a lot to me. The killer demon would die when Island 24 ceases to exist. Henry's demon has already done irreparable damage to the island. This one wasn't going to do any more.
Sure.
What about Witness? I put it out of my mind. We fell apart. We fell apart and each other's matters became private again. May the silent goat walk with you, and may you reach the moon. So you just judge everything you say other than, you know, hey, it's time to start the trial. Let's say first in case I actually want to accidentally go to it now. I got stuff to investigate still.
Game saved.
The investigator. Is paradise worth saving? The door to truth will open.
Ugh. This is gonna get any easier to walk through no matter how many times you go through it. Ugh. Ugh. Hi, Grace.
One last kiss.
Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world, until the island ends. Are you worried about blinking out of existence when this island ends? What a wonderful bedside manner, investigator. If you do your job, then I have nothing to worry about. My killer will be brought to justice, and I can be laid to rest. Are you hoping for an afterlife? Heaven? Hell? Eternal paradise in the cosmos? Or an endless suffering in whatever the degenerate hells of the gods have devised? It isn't something to worry about. It can't be helped. What if there is no afterlife and you spend your life hoping there is? What a waste.
Are you paying attention, investigator?
Do you believe in the afterlife, investigator? Life is to be lived, not spent waiting. Bravo, investigator. You get it. Isn't it heresy to not work towards heaven with the gods? Just because something is heretical doesn't mean it's wrong. Besides, you can do the work of the gods without being burdened by the worry of heaven and hell. Attachment leads to suffering. Trust me, I have a unique perspective on this. I'll take that advice on board. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Oh. Well, how about that?
Those crystals obtained. Those crystals obtained.
Ion sequence 008 memento. 8th ion sequence removed from history. Oh dear. That's not good at all. Island sequence 009 memento. 9th island sequence. The ocean boils as an army of demons descends on us. Natasha Silence dies in the defense of the Golden Church. Dear. Ay, ay, ay. So much drama. Where does this go? Oh, this place. Yeah, okay. Is there anything in here? Nope.
Those crystals obtained.
Some kind of message in a bottle. Let's see.
Sure.
They seem to be lyrics. The theme of the song appears to be doing anything you can to leave your home and get away. Breaking the cycle, finding something new, going on a shopping spree, never coming back. Signed by the Daybreak. Sam and Lydia sound like they're unhappy here. Maybe they're looking for a way out of the syndicate? Aha.
Those crystals obtained.
Oh, hey, Shinji.
You notice the clouds?
I don't like this.
What about them?
They break. You see them flickering every so often.
The investigator is here.
This reality is dying. The wheels are starting to come off.
What else is going to break?
Everything and nothing, probably.
Something to look forward to.
Oh, Shinji, you rascal. There was a thing here that I couldn't access previously, wasn't there?
Key item
Oh, valve handle obtained. Look, there's only be able to turn... Oh, jeez. I've been wandering around. Ay, ay, ay. There's something down there. I can't reach it, though. Where's this valve stuff? It's around here, right? There's a bunch of valves I need to turn gravity. Ay, ay, ay. Deck there. We should have flushed the drains. I wonder if anything has floated up.
What the hell?
What's a tablet doing shoved down a drain?
That's it.
It boots, at least.
What the hell?
The login sequence authenticates the user as Lydia. Did she dump this down here? Accessing. Detected corruption of Lydia Daybreak tablet. Checking for restore point. Restore point found. Safe backup found. Restoring messages. Lost messages. Sender. Witness to the end. Recipient Lydia Daybreak. Attachment recovered. Downloading.
That's it.
Starlight has pulled a message from the backup. A message from Witness to Lydia. The message is blank, but there's an attachment.
That's strange.
The data key allows access to a specific nightmare computer. One on the beach, apparently. The code looks like it's designated for remote access rather than a physical handshake. Oh dear. Why was Witness sending Lydia this? Oh boy. Why must my friends keep getting into these shenanigans? Why can't they just not? What the hell? Something's over there? Oh, something is. Forfeited Desert Starlight skin. After losing a bet with a god, an ancient king was forced to forfeit a desert. The desert became a no-go zone until millennia after the Great Betrayal. That never should have happened. The Way of Blood Bar, 25th Island Sequence, Ash Street, Housing District. Do you have any secrets?
I tried it once and didn't like it.
Why not?
A dark spiral in my stomach when someone got close to the secret.
That's part of having a secret. It proves it's worth keeping.
It put me off my food.
Oh boy. Seven Spies whiskey, named after a group of martial spies that attempted to infiltrate a hidden ziggurat in Africa. They never came back. Alright, let's see. another chat with Sam. Might take a pause after that, but let's see what he has to say.
Daybreak.
Fancy a drink? Bionic plans.
Is this night alone okay again? Eat this time. Whatever you recommend. The ice ball you had last time allowed you to savor it for longer, but it was chilled. The colder the drink, the less you can taste it. I hope you'll enjoy the pure taste of this blend. It's delicious.
I'm glad to be back.
What are you blending on this island? Night alone in the Vortex blend. Maybe you can try it next time. No single malts?
Fancy a drink?
Blended whiskey requires a fusion of single malts, but on this island I have focused on serving blended instead of single malts. It is important to practice all areas of your repertoire, isn't it? What's Lydia's drinking these days? She enjoys a drink while she paints. She chooses something appropriate to her piece. She enjoys all the different ways of serving. Well, like you, right, LD? There's something to be enjoyed in everything. What about the next island? It is important to breathe the new island in, learn about it, and craft a drink that can only be born on that island. The islands give the drinks so much character, don't they? If we make it to the next island. Gotta go, Sam. I'll catch you later.
Is this a joke, LD?
I hear there's something you should talk about, LD. Something troubling. Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
I am under suspicion, LD.
I'm sorry, I wasn't truthful. I was holding that flesh for someone. That is an original, Sammy. Why do you have the god flesh?
I am under suspicion, LD.
I was asked to store it for someone. It was Witness.
The investigator is here.
Why did Witness ask you to store that flesh? He came to me and said he needed it to be stored. He didn't tell me anything else. And you just accepted it without question. I didn't know what it was, did I? He just gave me a box and said it needed to be kept a secret for the good of the syndicate, wasn't it?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Didn't it strike you as suspicious? Witness is an old friend. You'd do anything for an old friend's, won't you?
When love dies,
This is
all that remains are the facts.
This is suspicious as hell, Sammy.
What?
It is the truth, isn't it? I have no idea. May you always live in the shadow. And may you reach the moon. Oh, Sammy. Let's go talk to Lydia before we call it a night and see what she has to say about this tablet we found. Let's freshen our minds. And, at that point, I'll check, but I think at that point, aside from, I'm gonna fill out those, last few relationships, I think we have to be ready for the trial. So it might be next week. Probably the end of the game at that point. There we go.
Daybreak.
Writing lyrics, Lydia?
What?
What do you mean, LD?
Sure.
I found these lyrics in a bottle.
Come on, LD.
No way. That's embarrassing. I know. I should have known the tide around this island was junk. I assume they have some meaning.
Right on, LD.
Never ask a songwriter about their lyrics, LD. If you can't tune the meaning, you weren't meant to know. What's going on with the message Witness sent you with the key for the beach obelisks?
Huh?
What message, LD?
Sure.
The Moon database is a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness with a file attached. That's the key to using the obelisks.
What?
Is that what that was? I got a message, and as soon as the mail client opened, it crashed out and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that. Did you take it to get it looked at? Nah, LD, it was a few days ago. We all get new tablets on the next island, and my phone still works, so I could still do my job. That's your statement. Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or key or whatever it was. May your spectre gaze on the star, and may you reach the moon. Alright.
Getting saved.
Alright. Since it's curious, what sort of achievements do I have here? Let's find out. Oh, a bunch, that's what I have. So basically, finding things. And, oh, I don't know the music track, so I gotta fix that. Sam, one last kiss and Carolina. Okay.
If you want to live, stay back.
Oh, there's some of these rooftops here. I should get those. Those are close at least. Oh, it's a Shinji too. Let's talk to Shinji, shall we?
Can I ask you a personal question?
I hate demons.
It's been a while since I felt this particular kind of stomach-churning dread.
Where did you take a dump on the islands? I didn't see a toilet up there.
Don't test me.
You don't need to. It's a special, wonderful kind of punishment.
Sure.
You get put in a kind of suspended animation while certain bodily functions aren't needed, but you're still fully conscious. So you're forced to have eternal solitude without even having the luxury of a good bathroom break.
And I hate the Syndicate.
They are kind of the worst. What's all these things down here? What are these? Well, there's one.
Those crystals are tight.
I guess. Aha! Oh, it's a blue scarab.
Key lights and
Blue crest. Okay, I should use that off. I'll end soon, he says as he proceeds to not end soon at all.
those crystals are tight. Those crystals are tight.
Crest fit.
Those crystals are tight.
Seems like a little fancier than that, but whatever, I'll take it. See if I can talk to Sam one more time. Then I'll call it an evening. It's almost 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock, never mind. Let's see, are there any up here?
Sam Daybreak.
Fancy at the ring? Fancy at the ring.
This is my other blend, LD, Vortex. I trust neat is okay. This one has a punchier taste.
Hey, the hell?
That sure hits you. Outside of the Simony guests, they find it too much. It is harder to appreciate, but you understand, don't you, LD?
Got it.
Do you miss being an assassin? Death doesn't interest me anymore, LD. But it was your calling for so long. Being an assassin hurts too many people. I have a new calling, a new craft. Can't you see? Do you miss the Paradise Psycho unit?
Got it.
Every day, being an investigator completes me.
Fancy at the ring?
That's how I feel, LD. Serving the right drink can change a life. It's better than taking a life, isn't it? If someone didn't take a life, I wouldn't be here having this conversation. It's true. It's true, isn't it? I've enjoyed our conversations, LD. I hope the rest of your investigation proceeds smoothly. Is this our last chat?
What?
I'm afraid I need to say goodbye to this bar one last time. So many memories.
I'm glad to be back.
It's been a pleasure, Sam. Take care, won't you, LD? Always. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Nice melancholic tune as the end of the island approaches.
Getting saved.
Alright, folks. That's it for the night. Thank you all for joining me. You all have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all next Tuesday. You have a good rest of your week. You have a good weekend. Stay frosty, and rock over Boston, rock on Chicago. Good night.